So what is going on here? Do we know?
Well, it's concerning, right? Because now the second time in a matter of weeks that he's once again talking about his nuclear arsenal. So the United States for sure does not like this kind of talk, this saber rattling. He does point to, what he says is the approaches of our American partners. Not sure Vladimir Putin there really considers the America as partners now. But in October, David, you remember the Pentagon came out with this document about the Defense Department, a new defense strategy, and something was different in it about nuclear. And I'm going to read you a piece for it. They said by 2030s, the United States will, for the first time in its history, face two major nuclear powers as strategic competitors and potential adversaries. In response, the U.S. will, quote, maintain a very high bar for nuclear employment without ruling out use of the nuclear weapons in retaliation to a non-nuclear strategic threat to the homeland. And in this document, they talked a lot about how it's China and Russia that are really the big adversaries and the concerns.
Good for you. Good reporting, because I did not remember that, I have to confess. At the same time, I suspect none of this would be happening but for Ukraine. And what is going on in Ukraine, the fact that it doesn't seem to be going particularly well for Vladimir Putin, and now we have strikes at least 3 bases inside of Russia.
Exactly. And for him, that is very worrying because now he knows that Ukraine could hit. I mean, we're talking about very close to Moscow, right? This is the center of the Kremlin and the center of Russian economy and power. Also, at the same time, he said today that there will be no more mobilization. He said there would be no conscriptions. Obviously, he lied. We did see conscriptions. But what we saw after that was that this had a huge blowback, even from Russia state TV, on President Putin. And you saw men of fighting age just absolutely flee the country. He said there'll be no more mobilization, but then what next? What we do hear from Admiral Kirby speaking now to reporters, one thing the U.S. is really concerned about is the fact that he's really dipping into Iran and even North Korea for more weapons. And if it's Iran, it's these drones that are very worrisome.